You don't think you could sing?
No, awful. It's terrible.
If you had to sing, what do you think you would be your best bet to sing decently? Like, Did It My Way, and Now. Is there any song that comes to mind there?
That's life. That's the way it is.
Oh,
I don't even.
that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding
high in April, shot down in May.
In May, hold it a little. In May,
bro, you're bothering me right now because you think it's phenomenal what you're doing.
I'm teaching you as if I have like albums. Hey guys, a lot of people have been asking me what Loose Ends is. What it is it's a live show every Tuesday at 8:30. It's for the hardcore Pete and Sebastian fans, but we've been having a blast, and it's morphing into this really cool show where we play music and we talk about bits, we talk about we make videos, we do freaking magic, and most importantly we take calls, and we're taking these awesome calls with like people needing family advice, to people showing off their pets, to people just saying they love the cast. So I don't know what you're doing Tuesday nights, man, but this thing is growing, and we're not like trying to put it out there for the public and be like, hey, look at this, click on. It's a special thing for special people. You pay $5, you get 4 a month and 1 extra Pete and Sebastian show. It's growing, but it's growing in a quiet, cool way, and you should get in on it, man. It's the word of advice.
This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
All right, Pete and Sebastian Show. We are back. Beautiful afternoon here. Hanging out. I don't know where to start, where to go with.
You posted a video recently about guys up on your roof cleaning your gutters.
Yeah.
That you actually tried to do this and felt that it was something above your pay grade.
Yeah, my ladder goes a certain height, so I had to take a trailer and put my trailer on the ground and then put the ladder in it to get it up high enough. And even if I got halfway up and the whole thing just started sagging, and yeah, I don't know if you ever heard this, like, but Artie Lang used to talk about on Stern, his dad fell off a ladder, got paralyzed, and that always enters my head. But I'm like, I can't do this, man. So I called these guys, and they came, and it's just amazing how like they go up the ladder like nothing. Some men are just, can you do that? Do you get afraid of heights?
It's not so much afraid of heights. It's my level of speed going up a ladder is embarrassing. Like, some guys just shimmy up it like it's, they're walking. I got to put one leg, make sure that's secure. Up another leg, There's a lot of bouncing.
Testing. See if anything's sliding, anything's moving. Exactly. I hear you.
By the way, we are on episode 660 today, right now. 660.
Wow. That's incredible, bro. That's a lot of episodes.
This is like, I would compare it to 60 minutes. How many episodes does 60 Minutes have? We're the longest running podcast on
Yeah, no, we've been at it a while, man. That's for sure.
660.
2,500.
2,500, 60 minutes, so we're off, but we're plugging away.
Do you have, like I had sent Patrick, I haven't done anything with him, I don't know what I'm doing, but I had sent him what I call outtakes. They're Instagram posts that never got posted, that I just didn't feel good about. And I just, at the time, I never deleted them. I like da-da-da-da, and then you never use it, and then you look back, and then I kind of sent a bunch of them to Patrick. But do you ever make a video for Instagram and then decide it's not worthy? Or do you just rip and rip?
Yeah. So I'll film something that's not funny enough or just not good enough, and I don't post it. So you got a bunch of these you saved?
Yeah. And I was like, the bit I was maybe going to do at some point was like get someone who knows Instagram and be like, was I right to not post this? Or like, because I just don't get it. Like I had heard an interview recently. Someone told me about it. My friend from England, Thad, where Louis C.K. said that, you have to be involved at some level. I'm paraphrasing it with social media, and the hard thing is to like not compromise your comedy to appeal to this sort of thing. You know what I mean? So it's like that's the trick, right? Is incorporating your humor into your social media.
Sometimes my humor takes a little bit longer to
right.
Like you said, we're not doing, bits in 3 seconds. So
yeah.
Again, like you see,
even the dumb thing with the roof guy. I'm in the background. Like, first I'm in the kitchen and I'm trying to get him through the window, and Jackie goes, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to get the roof guy." She goes, "Well, just go out there and stand by him." I go, "Well, I don't want him to know I'm taping him doing it." And this is all so I don't want, it's like, what time, but you know what, you can complain, or you can realize that what you do has changed, and change with it, or die like a dinosaur. You know what I'm saying? I read it in these books, like, that's what you got to do, right? So it's interesting though, man. It's all very interesting, because then we were talking, me and him, about how, he was saying that young people don't have, this is the first generation we're starting to see now, coming of age, that grew up completely on the internet and stuff. So we're having this conversation about how studies have shown you build up memories by physical experiences. You go and you do something, and you're feeling it, and you're smelling it, and you're touching it, and then you have a memory. But people spend so much time on their phones, and they just have these fleeting, like, quick moments of whatever they're watching, that, like, the studies have shown, if you ask them at the end of the day what they looked at on their phone that day, a lot of them can't even remember, because they're not building memories, because they're only stimulating sight and sound instead of all the other ones.
Yeah.
And then it shows in stand-up. They just rehashing jokes. So many of these young guys now, they're doing bits that I've done, that I've heard done. And there's no originality. There's no, like, oh, I went and this happened to me. There's not a lot of that going on anymore.
No.
It's very, very fascinating. I'm on it right now.
No,
my analysis.
The neurons are firing in your head. I can see it from here.
But do you know what I mean? You have to have experiences, man.
Yeah.
So then they go up there and they're just, parody songs. Have you ever heard a song, a funny song, and went, never. I've never fucking laughed at a song. Stop making funny songs. They're not funny. They're not funny. They're not. At best, they're, I rhymed. Oh, God.
No, I'm not into, listen, funny doesn't belong in a song, right?
No, I agree.
Just like heartache belongs in a song, sadness,
anger,
happy,
yes,
laughing, just with the oh my sister, hey, that's what the
funniest song ever. This is Dennis Leary. You're an asshole. I drive really slow. Bro, what are you doing? Don't laugh at that. You're just defeating the whole purpose of the bit. We just said you don't laugh at that shit.
No, I'm laughing at you doing the shit.
Oh, okay. But that was the funniest song ever. And even then I went, that's I like, it's clever, but I'm not laughing. I'm not out loud. Dana Carvey did one too. You ever see chopping broccoli?
Oh yeah. Now we're gonna come up with every song that was funny. We just got done saying no songs are funny. Now, what's his name's song is funny? What about Sadler's
Hanukkah song?
Hanukkah song? No.
Yeah, again, brilliantly hilarious, clever, but like it's not like I'm not dying. You know what? I like stories. You know, I like Kinnison. You know, talking about the gun that his girlfriend put in his bed. Like, I don't know, man. It's just different. But anyway, I just feel young people aren't experiencing enough these days. And then when they do experience something, they're not even doing it. They're just doing this. So that's bad.
Listen.
So you come see me, you're going to see a great show. That's all I'm saying. I got a joke for you, right? I wrote a joke. Forget it. It's stupid. Let's just go on with the show. We don't do that. What am I doing?
Yeah, I feel like the neurons were firing and all of a sudden he got overloaded, bro. I think...
yeah, it just burnt the circuit. I'm done. Are we going to, what's your take on having guests? Like, I know you said last cast, we're going to have an announcement soon about some big guests. I'm very excited for both of them, actually. But is it going to be a scenario where they're sitting there with you and I'm here? Or are they going to be via satellite as well? What's the deal?
Whatever works best for them. I think it's going to be via Zoom from what I understand. But if they want to come in studio and sit right here and we'll have you up on the screen, that's fine by me as well. So,
all right.
So yeah, what's your take on this? One of the guys that we might have on, I'm a huge fan of. He's got a great voice. What's your take on having him belt out a song while on the cast, or is that what's your take?
That's that's asking a lot. You know what I mean? I mean, if he's sitting there with you, maybe. But
if you knew how to sing, and you were going on a podcast, would you look for an opportunity to belt a couple lines out, or would you just like, I don't want to sing?
I don't know, man. I don't know how a singer feels about that because, like, I wouldn't want to do my stand-up, but that's bizarre. It's But as a comic, like, come on, I am trying to be funny, so it would make sense to come on and sing. But I remember when Stern asked Billy Joel to sing, and Joel was like, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, my voice isn't where it needs to be right now.
All right, let's say you're a top singer. You're at a kid's birthday party. Let's say Sadie's friends at a birthday party. You're all over there, right? Mm-hmm. And you're top of the charts. And the owner of the house comes over and goes, hey, Pete, would you mind singing happy birthday for my daughter? Would you break out a happy birthday song if you knew how to sing?
Yeah. Right? I mean, listen, you're talking about a scenario that happened. You had Lionel Richie in your own home. Would you have been comfortable saying Lionel? Belt out a couple tones?
Well, there was a piano there, and there was a singer there. So if the party, he left early. He was in and out, so he didn't stick around. But if he was sticking around, I think I would go, hey, you mind popping on a piano for a couple?
Do you think there's a chance he left earlier than he would have because he's like, they got a piano player. It's just a matter of time before they ask me to sit down?
I think singing is a little bit more acceptable in a party environment, right? Like, you would expect somebody to get, like, if there's a piano there and there's like 50 people, I know I would be doing it. Any chance I get it.
Let me ask you this then. Let's say you're at a party and you notice over in the corner is Cat. Maybe you're not a comedian, right? But you notice Cat Williams. Maybe he's chatting with, like, I don't know, let's say, pick a name. Louis, I don't know, anybody. Cat Williams is chatting with some people. Do you assume, if you could slide over there and be a part of that little semicircle, that he must be being funny? Would you assume that he must be being funny, or do you think he's just...
No, I wouldn't assume that a comedian's being funny if they're in mixed company. Although I would assume if it was a bunch of comedians talking, that the conversation would lend itself to humor.
Okay. So
that's different than going, "What's up, guys? How you doing? Go do a little comedy. Gather around." That doesn't... If you're at a party of 50 people...
I'm trying to equate it to, like, if someone's a singer and they like to sing songs and play music, doesn't necessarily mean they want to do it right now for you in your house, right? Just the way Cat Williams is a funny guy, makes people laugh, doesn't mean he's being funny right now. Like my movements there. So I don't know. It's interesting.
I don't know. I just know if I could sing, I would be doing it at the gymnastics practice, watching my daughter. I'd fucking get up and start singing. I think that's the coolest thing you could do.
You don't think you could sing?
No, awful. It's terrible. Like,
if you
give me a song. I don't even know songs. Just give me a song.
If you had to sing, what do you think you would be your best bet to sing decently? Like, Did It My Way, and Now. Is there any song that comes to mind there?
That's life. That's the way it is.
Oh.
I don't even...
That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding
high in April. Shot down in May.
In May. Hold it a little. In May.
Bro, you're bothering me right now because you think it's phenomenal what you're doing.
I'm teaching you as if I have, like, albums.
Oh,
anyone can sing. It's just a matter of, can you sing well? But you could sing.
Yeah, I mean, sing well, but singing out of tune is awful. I mean, I have to admit, man, on the last cast, before we even started, you were singing some shit over there, which I almost took out my ear.
Wow.
Things.
Really? What was that? I forgot what I was singing.
I don't know what it was.
Bittersweet. I'm liking that. It's bittersweet. Oh, sweetly bitter. So, do you think great singers like Adele and Eddie Vedder, I think he's got a great voice, do you think they sing well?
Yes. How could you
I
not?
know Billy Joel doesn't think he sings well. I mean, you know, and you'd probably say he doesn't. I mean, no one thinks Billy Joel's got an amazing voice, but I don't know, man. You know, I mean, it's just that, like Bob Dylan, you would think when Bob Dylan started singing, somebody would have said, "Guy, shut it down." I don't know what you're doing, right? I'm serious.
Would think. In the world of music, does that guy have like range? What is that? It's very like did that.
Yes, yeah. Right? Like he'd sing that song. Oh, that's life. Yeah, you know. I don't know. No range. What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing?
Well, what are we doing? We're just getting through the cast here. We're chopping some trees down right now. I had to ask you something. Now, it's kind of a mystery, but we're in Vegas for the weekend, right?
Yeah.
I should tell the listeners that Pete came in to the dinner. We had a dinner on Friday night. Me, Dom, Scott, you joined. You sat down and you ordered a Scotch waterback.
Whiskey waterback. Whiskey.
Oh, whiskey. Whiskey waterback neat. Or was it with a cube? Was it with a cube?
No, whiskey neat. Yeah, waterback.
And you took a sip. You didn't like it. Right.
Took 2 or 3, but yeah, couldn't.
Yeah, you couldn't muscle it. So you had asked, you said you didn't like it, and I said, just get rid of it and get what you want. Now, what's your take on you order something, you don't like it? I felt like you were like, I'll muscle through this because I ordered it. What? I couldn't gauge. Like, I felt like you were hesitant to ask for something you wanted.
It's true. I mean, you helped me with it because I was, even when I go out, Jackie asks about the, ordering at these places. I go, a lot of times I just ask Sebastian what he's getting because you're a foodie and you know it. But I thought a place like that, I didn't want that drink anymore. And I figured it was probably quite pricey. And I don't know what these guys are going to think of me. Not you guys, the waiters. And, but it was ruining my good time. The reason I did the whiskey is because I don't want to get, the beer sits on you too much. So I'm like, maybe I could switch to whiskey and just do a little nipping. But man, it's gasoline, man. It's just not as fun for me. So I was taking away from my good time. And then I didn't know like how it would be perceived. I mean, I don't think I've ever been around like a man returning his drink when there was nothing wrong with the drink. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said to you, what do you think? And then when I had you back and when you're like, okay, what you want? I'm like, all right, this fucking thing out of here. Shit's done. I'm a beer guy. Oh man. What did you think about my announcement? I kind of like this move. To toot my own horn, but it was a late hang. It was 9:30, but West Coast time. I was only there a day, so I think I got there that day. So I'm on 6. This is like 10:30. This is 12:30 my time. We're sitting down for dinner. So I announced that I might not be as entertaining and fun as I normally am, which, still enough.
I mean, yeah, you playing on half a tank is better than any normal person's full tank, right?
Well, except for you. You're a blast too, but yeah.
Well, no, I think you thrive in these scenarios when you're at a table. You have the ability to like engage and act, not only your storytelling, but you have what I call active listening. So what you'll do is, and I don't even know if you pick up on this yourself, you'll throw people's name in there, which is, believe it or not, draws people in. So if you're talking to someone, you'll go, you know what, Dom, I understand, no disrespect. And whatever is going to come out of your mouth, it doesn't really matter, because now Dom is like, oh my God, he said my name and he actually listened to what I said. You did that a lot with my dad. You did, Mr. Maniscalco, I don't, I know what you're saying, that you don't want to not retire, and if you say, this is the kind of art of conversation, if you repeat what the person just said and give it, and in your own words, it makes the person feel like you heard them. And now I think they're more prone to listening to you. So you have that ability at a table to kind of engage with people where they're not like, all right, here, this guy's just. It's an art form.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm just hanging out.
So you came into the dinner, you made the announcement, but then you ended up kicking it in gear. I don't know where you found it, but you had a full tank.
You're fun. You are always fun. I can't explain it, but whenever I'm around you, you are always fun. You always make me want to have fun. When I do this cast and sometimes I'm not into it, you come on, you make me laugh. You're a funny motherfucker, and I always have fun around you. So I wake up.
So are you? That's it. But listen, if I'm not there, let's say I'm not there.
I wouldn't have been there.
You're going out with...
It's a late start, guy. Not a lot of guys would have got me to come out at 9:30 on my first night into that town.
I know. You're like... with you and going out, I know you're always on the fence with this shit. Yeah, I'm fucking going to this dinner. I'm fucking gonna go. I could just say the inner dialogue you got going down there. Fucking gonna go at 9:30. You're fucking exhausted, right? I could just see it. That's in the elevator. Was the elevator coming down?
I want to go. I gotta get some rest. So I'm ready to go. Yeah, that's you make me out to be an angry guy, man. I want to hang out, but I want to get some rest. But I was like, wow, this is late. This is all right. You got this.
Okay, that brings me into my next topic of conversation. Like, we're in Las Vegas, we're at the Cabana, or I was golfing or what have you. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And don't say writing, please.
No, I won't.
What are you doing during the day? Like,
okay,
you appeared at the Cabana for a little bit, then you like disappear. So I want to know, like, where's Pete going in Las Vegas when he's not engaging in group activity?
Right. Well, not much. I mean, you're a machine. Golfing and then hanging. Let's see. So the gym. I went to the gym, and then other than gym, sleeping in a little bit. But then went to the gym. The second day, I had to go to CVS. I had to leave the building and go to CVS for a couple things. And
how was that? When you leave the building in Las Vegas, do you feel like you got to get back to where you came from because they might not let you back in? I feel like when I leave the property, I need to get back there soon.
The WYNN specifically, because it's the nicest place in Vegas. So, when you're there, you want to just chill out and enjoy it. But yeah, when you leave, it's like, I love the WYNN, but then as soon as I get off the WYNN and I'm walking Vegas to the CVS, I'm like, oh God, I don't want to be in Vegas. It's not my thing. But when I'm back at the WYNN, that's Vegas to me. Mm-hmm. Old school Vegas, beautiful, everyone. So, you get in and out, man. There's a lot of, it's like the Vegas is the green zone, and then you're going out into the area. It's
never used to be like that though. I used to walk the Strip a long time ago. Let's say 20 years ago. Used to walk the hotel to hotel.
Yeah,
and it was more of like tourism, people from now it just I don't know what the hell is out there. Yeah. It's like a snowball of shit. I feel like
people still do it, man.
I feel like your likelihood of getting vomited on out there is high. So
it's everyone's got them big, tall, frozen drinks that they just walk the sidewalks from.
Have you ever ordered one of those? In your life, have you ever ordered a yard margarita? You know what never. Where the drink ends at your waist. I ain't into that. I'm sorry.
What about the one? You ever do this? I've never done this either. Where you have the big thing and everyone has a straw, and we're doing a group drink. Ooh.
How about this? Have you ever been on one of those mobile bars where you gotta pedal and drink? So everybody's they're moving the days.
And then I've seen that. They even had it in Nashville a lot when we were there. Yeah. And the bride to be doesn't have to pedal. That's like the little perk.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be exercising and drinking at the same time.
I hear you. So that's it with Vegas. I'm pretty much around, bopping around.
Did you go in the pool? Did you go in the pool?
Only up to my waist. But yeah, I did go into it. The other pool, the main pool where everyone parties at, that's kind of ridiculous. Dom walked me over to that, and everybody is just standing in the water up to their waist, just like looking around, man. It's a weird scene. It's a weird scene, man. It's different.
Yeah, those days are over. Partying at the pool, I'm just looking to relax, get some lunch, little chit chat, and I'm out. There's no more of that, because that sun will kill you, bro. You and that sun.
Well, if we didn't have a show, would you ever do a day drinking? Like we're hanging out, have some wines, jumping in the pool?
I've changed my view on that. I used to day drink, but I can't handle it anymore. I just can't handle the alcohol. My rebound time is not good. I can't rebound from that and go out that night. If I'm going to day drink, I'm shot.
Right. It's a day drink until about dinner and then bed. That's what it would be.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. Took my son yesterday to baseball practice, and I got to tell you, I'm very proud of him. A bunch of the kids, while we're waiting for the coach to show up, were like loud and they were jumping off the bleachers. My son went in his bag, pulled out a mitt, got the ball, and goes, "Dad, let's play some catch." So me and him are the only people playing baseball while the other kids are jumping off the bleachers and whatnot. So the practice starts. He dives for a ball and he comes up, and I see he's got agony on his face. I could see something's wrong. And he's squinting and he's holding his leg. He's coming up to me. He's limping. I go, "What's up?" And he prides himself on being extremely tough. He goes, "I don't know what happened." And I looked at his leg. I go, "You got stung by a bee. You got a bee sting. First time."
Oh, wow.
He goes, "I thought it was a thorn, Daddy. I pulled it out." He pulled the fucking stinger out, this kid. I didn't even see that he did it. And I go, and he's itching it. He said, "Man," I go, "You gonna be all right?" I go, you wanna scrap it today and go home, or do you want to stick it out?" He goes, "I'm going back in now." He goes back in, and he's doing pop-ups, he's batting, this, that, and the other thing, and I'm going, "Caruso, all right with the leg?" He goes, "It hurts a little bit, but it's all right, Daddy, don't worry about it." Guy fought through a bee sting and finished out the practice. That's what you want to see in your kids.
That's it, man.
And I've come to the point now where I'm, I was a little hesitant to start being honest with them and telling them how I feel, but now the floodgates are open. I go, anybody else on that team would have got a bee sting, they would have been out on a stretcher.
I love it.
And then he starts naming specific kids that would be out on a stretcher, which I'm like, all right, now we got a good back and forth. All right. He knows. Yeah. He knows he's tough, and he knows who's weak.
Right.
Nice.
No, but it's funny because we've become so nice, like woke, right? Yeah. That I'm doing the opposite now. I'm saying negative things sometimes to let my daughter know it's all right to talk about people a little bit.
That's what I was trying to say here. It's like, not everybody's good.
Right. Yeah. I mean, not every house is nice. Not everybody's good. And yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you. And it's like, they, it's so not like that in school. It's like everybody nice. It's too nice sometimes, a little too nice. So
speaking of nice, Serafina has a friend, and the friend is allowed to use an iPhone, which I'm not into at all. I'm not into the shit. So I was going to tell the mother on a text, when my kid's playing with your kid, we don't allow the screen time, so would you mind putting that away? Right? Now Lana got upset. So let me talk to her. I don't want you getting involved. And this is what I'm talking about. This, like, you gotta tap dance around people. Why can I, as a father, reach out to another parent and say, listen, my kid don't do what your kid does.
Right.
So would you mind, for the hour that they're playing together, to put the iPhone away. What's wrong with that? Why does my wife have to do that?
Because I know where she's coming from with this, because Jackie does the same thing, because you're in and out. Moms see the other moms all the time. So you can't, come in, you're going to make a statement like that, and then you're going to go on the road for 2 months and leave Lana there with the uncomfortableness. Let her do it in the ease, like, let her massage it. Let her massage it. She knows what she's doing.
But I feel like if I say it, don't you feel like if you say something to a parent, it holds more weight than if your wife says it? Although your wife's pretty stern, so I think if your wife says something, people might shit their pants too. But
yeah, but no, but you're right. Like even Jackie will sometimes say, to Sadie, if I have to tell Dad, or even with other people, I'll ask them, like, do you want me to say something? She's like, not yet. So it does matter when you're there.
I feel like our wives are like the front line, and they have like a pistol, right. And then we're like a tank. Like, do you want to bring the tank in? And I'll shoot the fucking whole.
Yeah, like the problem with you coming in is the other lady will shut down the play date. Like your kid will now no longer be friends with that kid, because it'll just not. They'll be like, oh my God, this guy's too much. Don't even.
No, I feel if I come in, the mother will stop using her iPhone. That's the weight that
she'll take it away from her kid for good. Like the kid don't need it at all. Well,
yeah, no, the whole funny. Go ahead.
Sadie had there's a girl there were two girls that were saying that they were in contact with a 13-year-old boy online. And Sadie was telling me and Jackie that she was saying, well, how do you know that it's a boy? How do you know that, because we always say you don't know who you're talking to. So then Jackie said, I'm thinking about telling the parents, because I'd want to know, just, in case, like, I don't think they know that so-and-so, the child is in contact with somebody randomly on the computer. And I have to, I'm like, Jack, it's not our thing. It has nothing to do with us. You can't. So would you, in that situation, tell the parent?
If my kid is directly involved with these kids, and there's a possibility of these kids meeting up with this 13-year-old who's really a 48-year-old man, I'm involved.
Right. You're involved, yeah. Well, my daughter isn't involved in didn't want to be part of the contact. She's like, I'm not doing that. I don't care about any of that. But Jackie's like, I still feel like maybe I should. And I was like, it's not your thing. It's not your place, man. I don't know.
But let me ask you this. Is there a possibility that Sadie's out with these two girls at the mall or doing anything?
No.
Okay.
No. That's what I'm saying. This is...
I don't know how I'm going to react when Serafina gets into her teenage years. I just feel like I'm an older parent, so I feel like I have a little bit more leeway in speaking my mind unfiltered than the younger parents, right? I feel like if I say something, people look at me going, he's fucking 51. What do you expect? I feel like I got a little bit more of a pass to be a little bit more upfront and blunt with people than, say, a 32-year-old dad.
Do you think being an older dad makes you a better dad? For you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
I feel like I got a lot of mileage on this truck. You know what I'm saying? So like I've been to a lot of rest stops. I've been across the country. I've seen different weather, different roads, and
behavior too. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I feel like I see the future before anybody else does, because it's familiar. I've seen it before. So I'm like, okay, I've seen that before. I know where that goes. 32-year-old dad don't got enough. He don't have enough miles on the tires. You know what I'm saying? So
yes. Yeah. You also, I feel you get older, you know what really matters and what doesn't, what's bullshit and what's not. But I was telling Sadie the other day, I was like trying to explain to her sometimes people they get jealous because you're working hard. So you're gonna start. Maybe you'll get a comment like, "Oh, leave it to Sadie to do it right," or "Oh, Sadie will do it." I go, that's just they're mad at themselves for not working as hard as you. But don't let that slow you down. You know what I mean? But I don't know if it's getting through. That's what I don't know. Because I remember my dad would lecture me so much that only so much got through.
Yeah, I think you could talk a lot, but I think if you lead by example and have them see your actions is probably better than sitting there. You'd be surprised what they absorb. Like you don't know when you leave the house to go on a gig. Sadie sees that, like, okay, that's what you got to do. Daddy's working hard. When they see Patrick up at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I no sleep for 48 hours. His kids go, that's what you got to do to be successful. You got to pull a 48-hour on God knows what kind of fucking methamphetamine this guy's on.
Shit. His life, man. Imagine being on his shoulder, just taking in his life for a day, Patrick. Oh, man, I don't know what that... Different than mine, that's for sure.
Yeah, but you're right. He's not.
Yeah. The things that, like, Sadie wrote a song for me for Christmas, which was pretty wild, man. I should have taped it. She wrote an original song on the piano. But one of the lines in it was like, when you come home from the road, I'm not even going to try to sing it, and I come right into the house without taking my bags in because I want to see the family. And she put that in a lyric. And I didn't even think she noticed that. But she noticed that, like, my dad doesn't even bring his bags and he's in such a rush to see us.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Cast good
right now?
Yeah, today.
I don't know. I feel like you're watching yourself.
I'm second guessing it.
On it shows.
Yeah, there's not a looseness to me right now.
I got a fucking bomb I want to drop, but I can't.
Really?
You ever in your life go, I can't believe the behavior going on the opposite side of the fence here?
That would, yeah, but not with my friends. Not usually with my friends. I mean, last week when we discussed the tickets for the Yankees, did you feel by the end of our conversation that you could at least see where I was coming from, or still no?
Yeah, no. I after we had hashed it out, I definitely see the other side of the story, and I always jump to, like you said last week, it's always negative. It's never benefited a doubt. None of that. It's always look at this shit.
Yeah, man.
That's so yeah. But this one is embarrassing.
Shit. I would bet. I wish you could tell it, because I would bet I could see the other person's side.
Nah. If you could see the other person's side, I would group you in with this person.
You're dead to me too. Right?
What else? What else we got on the slate here?
Last week, Jackie and I had to get the Tahoe, a couple weeks ago, actually. We got the bottom of it sprayed with oil, and they spray it so it'll never rust. And you pay one fee, I don't know, it's like $800, but you can do it every year. Then the rest of the time you have the car for free. Well, if you want, it doesn't even need it. It's lifetime. So anyway, we go in to get that done. And then the guy's telling me, he's like, you see these little, you could barely see them, little white spots on my car. I was like, yeah. And he's like, that's the tires or something. They heat up and then the little stuff comes off them and just kind of lightly burns the little holes. And you wouldn't know it unless you're in this world of detailing cars like this guy is. But once he pointed them out, you can't not see them. And he showed me a few other things. And then he's like, we got this other program where we put this thing this product over your entire car, over the paint, and it really protects it from scratches. It's much less prone to scratches. And also with this program, it's like $6,000. If you get any scratch on your car, you bring it back here and we will buff it out and get it out immediately for free for a lifetime. And I'm like, yeah, we should probably do that too. And Jackie's like, yeah, right, because we get hit. So then with, like, and you ever, like, the guy's upselling me, and then he upsold me on mud flaps. And it happened, last time it happened was on with the blow-up bed. By the time I was done with this guy, I was up to like $8,000. And then we're sitting down with him. Now he goes, let's go in our office and do up the paperwork and get started here. And then as he's getting the paperwork, he's like, so then that $6,000 will cover the thing, as we said, and he's writing it down. I pull out my phone and I text Jackie. And I'm like, are we being stupid? Is this guy upselling us and all this shit? Should we just stick to the $800 for the spray? And ding, she goes, okay. She hits me back. Yeah, fuck this. So then my ding. And then I look at the guy and go, you know what? Yeah, more thinking about it, I'm just going to go with the spray. And this guy, like, he literally thought he had me for another $6,400. And then I was back down to $800. Oh, God, you could have seen his face drop. I felt so bad. If I was a billionaire, I would have said, keep the package. I know I just disappointed you. But really what I wanted to say is, bro, you know, you've been upselling me since I walked in here. I finally snapped out of the hit now. It's like he took a fucking thing and, like, you will get the paint protection. You will get the mud flaps, you know? Holy shit, I snapped out of it the last minute. Guy was good. Like fucking Alec Baldwin and Glengarry Glen Ross.
Wait a minute. I'm bothered on several levels.
Okay.
Soon as I hear program, you get the program, you might as well just say, I'm scamming you. Right? That's what that means.
Right.
And I don't do undercarriage spray. I don't do sprays. Okay?
You don't have snow, but you don't have snow. That's because of the salt.
Even when I was in Chicago, they offered, oh, do you want your undercarriage cleaned? We ain't doing that. All right? $800 for you said an undercarriage, but it lasts a lifetime, but you could still come back in and do it. Then just do it a one-time. Yeah. What's the one-time charge?
Well, it's still $800. Oh, right. Yeah.
Just spray it once.
You'll never see me again. How about for $50? You give me one spray, you never see me again. Right? I like your attitude. But here's where I wasn't thinking, and I'm still a dummy. This ain't 1975. People don't keep cars for 12 years. Yeah. By the time the muffler on the Tahoe's rusting, it's going to be on its fourth owner. All right? So who am I spraying that shit for? This guy upsold me before I even walked in the goddamn door. Right?
Yeah. Upsell. Just get the 3 or 4 year warranty, whatever the car comes with. You wash it. And then what? I've nener heard the tires are giving off heat pellets. What the? Where did you?
Because that's not your field, bro. I'm telling you,
this guy was an expert. It's not even happening.
Yeah. I don't know. He showed me white spots. I bought it. I saw the little white spots. I was like, oh my God, look at that, bro. Then yesterday, because of the gutter guy from last week, you saw the video or the gutter guy. The gutter guy's cleaning my gutters, and he says, your porch roof, it's got lichen. I'm like, what? He goes, it's not even mold anymore, moss anymore. It's beyond moss. It's dried out. It's lichen. It starts to eat through the roof. And he's like, for $600, my guys will come back tomorrow with brushes, and we scrub all that off, and then we spray it with hydrogen peroxide mixed with water, and it never grows back. I'm like, put me in the books, man. I can't have lichen. I go inside. Sadie goes, Dad, I heard what he said. I looked it up. You don't want that on the porch roof. It eats through the roof. I was like, he's coming tomorrow. And Jackie comes home an hour later, and he's still doing the gutters. And she's like, oh, he's still here? I go, yeah, he's got to come back tomorrow. He's going to get the lichen. And Jackie goes, no, he's not. You're not getting 5 guys on the porch roof to scrub fucking, I don't even know what you're saying. No. So I have to go back out. He's still up on the ladder. I go, Ian, forget the lichen. I'll take care of it another time. We're not going to do. All right, no problem.
Yeah, because I know he's on the ladder going. It was never there.
You know how these men must be like, you know how much more shit we'd sell if there weren't wives kiboshing? We get these dumb men on the hook for thousands of dollars, and the wife comes home and goes, we don't need any of that, Jerry. Shit.
No, because they're up there cleaning the gutter, right? And then they go to each other. They go, this guy ain't never gonna come up here, right? Yeah. You guys, you want to hit him with the lichen? Yeah, hit him with the lichen. By the way, this episode sponsored by Acqua di Gio. This is a classic cologne. Could wear this anytime as far as I'm concerned. So good. I don't know if anybody's doing this, but I am now wearing cologne to bed.
Wow. I like that. Listen, you're really inspiring, because the other day I went to Sadie's baseball game and I put cologne on. Jackie's like, "Do you have cologne on?" I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "I like it." So, but the bed thing, it's always got to be Acqua di Gio, right? Because the bed's going to start smelling like the cologne. You can't have colognes mixing in the bed.
I got no problem with a variety of different colognes peppered all over my sheets. I have no problem with that. And I was doing this when Caruso was young, but now I'm doing it more. I'm putting 3 sprays on my hand and doing a light brush over his cheeks before he goes to school.
That's so freaking cool. That is so cool, man. What brand are you going with the boy? What is he wearing?
Acqua di Gio. So I'm out here, and I don't even know if I should say this because it's such a beautiful idea. Boy cologne. What do you think?
That's an edit. That's too good of an idea. It's too good of an idea. It's not done? It hasn't been done?
There's only one company that I know. They're making cologne, but they're making it for babies. I actually bought it. You can put little cologne on the baby. It doesn't have any alcohol or anything like that. It's good for their, it doesn't damage their skin.
Kind of world do we live in where we think a baby doesn't smell good enough already?
I'm telling you you put this cologne on top of the smell of a baby. Phew, it was peaches. Oh God! You know when I used to cradle Serafina, and I get an orchard of peaches. Oh God, is that beautiful?
I do like the idea of cologne on a boy, though, because especially, this day and age, you get a boy 2-3 years old, you're putting Acqua di Gio on his face, you're reminding him you're a boy.
and you're not writing to cut that out. You're not writing to cut that out.
No. Listen, I don't want to insult guys that clean gutters. I have no problem with that right there. I stand by. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, the cologne on the boy is something. I dare to say my kid out of the whole school, kindergarten through 6th grade, is the only kid wearing cologne. Would that be a fair assessment?
You got the only kid who's next to a teacher, and you smell Acqua di Gio, and you go, it's not even the teacher. It's unbelievable. The teachers don't even wear cologne, and your boy is. By the way, does musk still exist? I used to use that when I was in high school. Musk.
I never heard of it.
You never heard of musk?
No.
Surprised. You're a bit of a guru when it comes to the colognes.
We got it pulled up here. Let's see. Musk. That blue Chanel I got. The musk. What is that? That's not musk, is it?
Sure. Pete here.
By the
I can't
way,
believe the boy goes to school with cologne. That's phenomenal.
It's and you know what I'm a little upset about? That I haven't got a call from the teacher
Right.
Saying, hey, I just want to thank you for sending your kid to school with cologne on, because it's a joy.
Right?
Around.
I'm surprised it hasn't been mentioned yet. Really. I really agree with you right there. I don't, is he at the point yet? Well, like, Dad, you didn't hit me yet. Like, if you didn't put it on, would he be like?
He's very into it. I mean, he's not like shying me away. I go, get over here, and then I give him a little thing, and he's on his way. So he's not asking for the cologne. I'm just doing it.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, this kid is like being set up classy, like holding in the pain, keeping it to himself the best he can, wearing cologne.
But this, and again, I know it's my son, and I'm gonna be biased because he's mine. But the things that he's doing are not normal. He's sitting. When he sits down, he crosses his legs. I don't see too many 5-year-old crossing the legs, and he's doing it like a European. It's not where he's putting his heel on his thigh. He's putting a knee on top of a knee, so it's very sophisticated. Right? He sits like this in the car. He sits in his car seat like this, and I'm like,
"That's beautiful."
Where did you learn that? I go, "Where did you learn that?" He goes, "I saw you do it once, and I did it, and it's comfortable."
That's beautiful. That is very. I used to think when I was younger that was feminine, but then as I got older, I realized it's mature Italian male men. Like the mob movies and stuff, I'd see the mob. They sit like this, and it was cool. Yeah,
so that's what again. Awesome. We in the beginning we're saying they ape our behavior. You could tell them to sit like that, they wouldn't sit like that. But if you show them, if you sit that way, they'll look at that and go, okay, I like what he's doing. I'm gonna ape that for myself. So yeah, he's got cologne and he sit like an executive. So we'll see what happens.
Phenomenal.
All right. That's our show for today. Pete and Sebastian, once again, coming at you with comedy gold. Okay? If you learn anything from this podcast today, if you have a son, start splashing him with a little Aqua di Gio before he goes to school. Start bringing up men in this world, okay? Not soft, weak excuses for men. That's the Pete and Sebastian show. That could possibly be an edit, and we are out.